What is up? How's it going? Welcome. Happy Friday, y'all. Welcome, BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto communities, BLUECREW, and all the communities out there, guys. Welcome to another DLTalk on a Friday. Hopefully everybody's having a really good start to their weekend. We had some bullish momentum yesterday, especially in the late afternoon to nighttime. It looks like it's taking a breather today, but we'll look at the charts. Please let me know how the video, the audio, the music, and the whole experience is coming through. What's up, Full of XRP? Tell them GXRP is king. You rock, man. Shout out to Full of XRP. I like that, man. Full of XRP. I'm just full of XRP, man. We got some good news today, but let's check out the crypto charts. Let's jump into it. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. So we're looking at BTC at around 21K. Good to see it above 20K, right? Good to get a little bit of that relief rally. Have considered taking profits on certain cryptos. You know, seeing XRP go to 35 cents, that was around our projection there. But we do believe we could get it maybe even close to 50 cents if we're lucky. But I think a good range to start taking some profits would probably be about 41, 42 cents, somewhere around there. This is what we wanted. We wanted the relief rally, right? We were trying to play the game and see that there was a lot of fear, right? A lot of fear in the market and still some hesitant money, right? There's still a lot of fear, right? So I think we'll start to have a nice relief rally and then we start crashing down even further because we're probably in a very long sideways momentum type of here. So swing trading is key, at least in my opinion. Especially with your Tradle portfolio, right? We have a long-term portfolio and a Tradle portfolio. Guys, thanks to the 6 viewers, the 2 likes. Hopefully everybody's Friday is starting off on the right note. It's a feel-good Friday. Thanks to all the supporters to the channel. Please let me know if I'm coming through all right, that you guys can hear me. Just let me know if there's some life in the chat. It's a busy Friday. So looking at the top gainers in the past 24 hours. Here we go. Let me get the music back on. We got Muse, which looks like it's an NFT type of base thing. I think it's connected with a Polygon and Matic, or it seemed like, I think like a BNB possibly, but Muse Network is pretty interesting. Super low supply here, you guys. 973K. All-time high was at around $125, and it's currently sitting at $10. Looks like it moved up from around, what was the low in the past 24 hours? 791 up to 10. So I don't know if we're chasing this pump, but this one's a good one to keep an eye out for, just to play the numbers game here with a small amount of money, especially in such a low circulating supply. You can see where it's been before, and it looks like it's trying to get up to about $20 to test previous resistance, right? Or former support area, right? Pretty interesting one, Muse. I haven't done too much research on it, but we're just looking at it on the top gainers of the charts here. We know Smartlands token fluctuates like crazy. Previous all-time high was at around $32. Super low supply again as well. Very low market cap, 32 cents on the Stellar ecosystem, and one of the OGs. You know, it's been on that Stellar ecosystem for quite some time, right? Movie Block going up to 003, 24-hour gains. So, I mean, 24% gains here. So it's good seeing these, you know, kind of double-digit gains happening for a lot of the minor cap cryptos here. Right, starting to see that volatility coming in. Iris going from a penny to 2 pennies now. Good to see Iris above the 2-cent range. Share Ring, part of the blockchain service network, doing some good things. Osmosis Zone up to the 88-cent range. XDC 2 pennies as well. I mean, damn, man. What is it? Let me see. It would be, where's this 2-cent crypto? Iris and XDC look like really good 2-cent cryptos right there, not gonna lie. But shout out to the BLUECREW tuning in. How's it going, guys? So those are our top cryptos in the past 24 hours. ICP was having a good momentum. In the past 7 days, we got VIDT leading the way. Digital Identity. right? Mine for Pylon Protocol, looking like it's had an awesome past month, 175% in the past month. Terra Virtua is starting to wake up, and they're a major NFT platform, right? And all about VR and working with some interesting partners in the entertainment industry here. You've seen it be bearish for a pretty long time now, around 3/16 of 2021. And we're past a year later, and it's just been going down, down, down. Are we on a sideways trend here with Terra Virtua? I don't know if I would be chasing any of these pumps, by the way, guys. We don't try to chase pumps. We try to look into the deep reds, which we'll be doing later on. But appreciate everybody tuning in. We got Illy Bang. What's up? Happy Friday. You sound good. Sweet. Legendary. Good to see you, man. We got a Green Giant amongst us, and thanks to the Green Giants for supporting this channel. We got another NFT giveaway coming up sometime soon, so tune in for that. We definitely owe you some NFTs. That's the perks, right? You heard Sync's coming out with an airdrop. Can you share the link to that full of XRP? I don't know what Sync's is. I got to see what that's all about. We'll go into the deep red section later, though. Once again, though, just good to see some positive momentum. And, you know, I don't think it's going to be here. We're trying to take advantage of the swing trading, right? We're trying to take advantage of the lows that we bought a week ago. And then now considering either taking some profits, or are we going to go big? Are we going to hold on to see if the next coming weeks or this weekend provide some more positive momentum, more buying pressure, and then that's when we could be taking some good profits there. Lucky 7 months, man. Legendary has been a member for 7 months, and he's almost gotten 7 NFTs. No, I think he's got like about 3 or 4 NFTs, so about 3 out of those 7 months, Legendary, you've gotten an NFT for being a member, man. Canary X DAO? Oh, Canary X DAO. I'm not too big into the Flare Finance ecosystem yet in terms of DeFi, but I'm excited for Flare Networks and Songbird specifically, those 2 tokens. XFi seems interesting, and then SFIN, I think it's what it's called, and Canary X, those do seem interesting. I just need to do more research on those. All right, let's go into some of the news today. Interlinking payment systems and the role of application programming interfaces, a framework for that keyword, guys, cross-border payments. It's like they're almost telling you in your face XRP. Because if you even look at the abbreviation of XRP, it could mean cross-border retail or payments or something like that, right? Or just even the way that it says cross-border payments. It's just crazy. It's crazy what the BIS is doing here, but let's just check out a little bit of the summary here of this PDF. I'll share the PDF with you guys in the chat right now, because, you know, there's definitely people who are into this stuff, right? And the Blue Crew, we keep our eye on the prize. We keep seeing what the BIS is doing. We keep seeing what's going on in terms of ISO 20022 development, and we keep up with CBDC news. We're taking these things seriously instead of as a joke, right? Or something that can't be a threat to what DLT is bringing. But also, you know, those people also don't understand that DLT is heavily embedded, and the best of DLT is heavily embedded in working with these CBDCs, facilitating digital currencies, right? That's what it's been about since day one, is trying to tokenize everything and having it run in a distributed ledger ecosystem. You create a very strong web of trust and security by doing so, because you're not dependent on one player in the party. Auntie Val in the house. FPS 420, good to see you. So there's the link to the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructures, Interlinking Payment Systems and the Role of Application Programming report to the G20. And you can see some of the context here. Backdrop and why now organizations of report, number of geography, type of payment system, type of currency arrangement, challenges in adopting certain APIs, and that's what we see heavily going on with Interledger Protocol, right? Being able to just connect to a single API and have access to the global financial system, global liquidity, right? Talking about cross-border payments, interoperability, and messaging work streams. Interlinking of payment systems for cross-border payments, API protocols for data exchange. Guys, Interledger Protocol is API protocols for data exchange, for value exchange, the internet of value, right? Let's see if they mention, by chance, anything related to XRP in this. Nope, no Ripple, so definitely no XRP mention. How about digital assets? Nope, no digital assets. Just a lot of cross-border API lingo, but let's go back to the summary here. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Thanks for hitting the likes, guys. Thanks for fighting the YouTube algorithm and letting him know we're doing some cool things over here. Sup, y'all, spreading the truth. Thanks, Ricky Bustamante. No worries, man. It's always good hanging out with the Blue Crew and the Green Giants and the Ledger citizens out there. Interlinking arrangements for payment systems can be an important element of enhancing cross-border payments, as they allow banks and other payment service providers, PSPs, to transact with each other without requiring them to participate in the same payment system or use intermediaries, correspondent banks. Guys, Blue Crew knows the plan, right? This is what ISO 20022 is doing. This is what Interledger is allowing. RippleNet is allowing, right? To shorten transaction chains, reduce overall costs, and reduce the overall costs and increase the transparency. That's what it's all about, right? Transparency. This is the future they want, is a lot of transparency, right? They want to know everything about you. They want to know everything about the payment, all the information that comes with that payment for sender and receiver, and of course, increasing the speed of payments. So creating that web of trust where there isn't any, where you don't have to be using the same payment system in order to interact, right? In order to have a connection for payments, for liquidity. This report, issued a part of the G20 Cross-Border Payments Program, provides a framework to help payment service providers and authorities understand and evaluate the benefits, challenges, and risks of interlinking arrangements. In doing so, it also provides an overview of important trends in interlinking arrangements and adoption of application programming interfaces, APIs, by payment systems, drawing on recent CPMI surveys. The topic is now attracting increased attention due to the recent trends in payment system landscape, especially the introduction of fast payment systems around the world, the emergence of new technologies, and an increasing degree of standardization has also enabled greater technical interoperability. Keywords, right? Cross-border payments, faster payments, richer data, interoperability, access without needing an intermediary, right? Trust where right now, the payments landscape is fragmented because there's a lot of lack of trust. And so it's closing a lot of banks out of the possibilities of, having a wider net, for example, right? Not being able to connect to certain banks for liquidity or payments because they don't use the same system, right? So it's hard for them to trust each other. Laying the groundwork for current and future interlinking arrangements, these trends herald the potential for such interlinking arrangements, especially among FPS, with the aim of considerably improving the speed, cost efficiency, and transparency of cross-border payments. Right? And I think this is a good segue into seeing what Ripple's been doing in Toronto. They released their... Here, I'm going to stop the music because we're going to watch this video. They released their Ripple drop episode of their Toronto area. So let's check this out, guys. Thanks for everybody tuning in, by the way. Thanks for hitting the likes if you guys enjoy the content. All that lingo. You guys know how to YouTube. Thanks for the 10 likes and the 14 viewers. You guys are amazing. All right, let's get into this. Let me put up the volume. And guys, this is just for a hub, right? An engineering hub in Toronto. This isn't even a swell event. Ripple is doing some really, you're going to love seeing what the scenery is like and how big this event is just for an engineers, right? Imagine the demand for swell events. It's crazy. All right. Let me know if the volume's good. Here we go.
There are amazing engineers everywhere, and certainly that's true here in Toronto. Toronto is a community we have been partnered with for quite some time, and we have seen the excellent engineering talent here, which is why we're opening our engineering hub here in Toronto. I think you probably all are aware we plan to hire 50 people this year.
Guys, do you see how big this event is? I'm sorry for cutting off the video in between, but it kind of helps me not get copyright strike, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to get one anyway, but I'm trying to just avoid that. But look at this, dude. Look at that big Ripple sign. Look at this building. Look at all the people. Look at Brad Garlinghouse just continuing to build and build and build with Ripple despite an SEC lawsuit, right? All right, let's go on.
50 people this year with an intent of adding maybe 100 or 200 in the years ahead.
Ripple is developing a lot of financial solutions using cryptocurrency and tokens, so I'm interested in the company.
I'm really excited to see that Ripple is growing in Toronto. I've been trying to get into this space for a long time.
Guys, the Triskelion is going to be everywhere. This logo, get ready to just keep seeing this logo. And, you know, people who may have heard of Ripple but have no clue about what it does or anything else, they just heard about it. Man, they're just going to continue to hear more and more about it in the future. That's for sure. They're going to get very familiar with this logo.
Our engineering teams aren't gigantic, but there's still enough people where we're able to work with in highly effective teams, and your ideas and contributions have a significant impact at scale. I've had opportunities within my team to contribute to multiple projects simultaneously, which is almost unheard of.
Ripple is still in a strong position to continue on further growth, and that is why we are opening up the Toronto office.
It isn't just about the decentralization of assets. Talent is becoming decentralized.
Only when we have a diverse culture can we actually evolve products that are borderless.
Dude, what are those symbols on this wall? By the way, shout out to Ripple. Like, wow. What a hell of an event, and how much bigger they're getting year after year after year. Get very familiar with this Triskelion logo. Hi there, girl. Oh, Alchemist liked that girl, huh? Let me see this one. Alchemist likes these type of girls. Got it. Good to know, Alki. I want to look into who Angie Lay is. Oh yeah, and this girl. You're probably talking about this girl. I can see Alchemist talking about this one too. But yeah, Angie Lay. I got to do some research on this guy. But you know, the adults are in the room here, man, when it comes to Ripple, the leading blockchain company in the space. Let's not get it twisted. I mean, who uses that phrase anymore? But, you know, let's not confuse that. First DEX, right? #1 use case they've been targeting that is so demanded. Changing the financial system. Great to see the growth in Toronto, offices all around the world, in key parts around the world, especially with Ripple. Validator systems, highly secured across the world as well. The golden ratio Ripple logo. I mean, dude, the Triskelion is everywhere, right? It's funny, I saw the Thor movie last night, and definitely, yeah, they show the Triskelion, the Celtic Triskelion especially, a few times, and just a lot of other, you know, stuff that we can get into. Still digesting that film, but definitely you know, not your average, or it is your average superhero movie nowadays. I'm sorry for blasting. Sorry for blasting your ears, y'all. That came out of nowhere, I'm sure. But yeah, Ripple launching its offices in Toronto, guys. They continue growing despite what's going on with the SEC lawsuit, right? Continuing to establish their presence in the world. Fidget Spinner, true, yeah. Yes, all the best use the golden Fidget Spinner. Unholy, yeah. I mean, Sniff, it's in a lot of places, man, right? It's been around for a long time, that symbol. And very interesting. Twisting it is wasteful. Don't get it twisted, bro. Don't get it twisted. Have you noticed Ripple emblem looks like a fidget toy thing? Dude, Ricky Bustamante, yeah, of course, man. In one of our earlier videos, we were showing, you know, we were showing this fidget spinner, but also, you know, at the time it was like a, you know, the Trumpman's son's toy. And I was like, you know, we gotta, like, even if it's, you know, for anything, we definitely take the symbols that were being shown seriously, you know. Maybe too seriously at times, for sure. But we're not just accepting them how they are. A lot of people don't even know those symbols are being presented to their psyche, right? A lot of people don't look around the pretty face, the actors, right? When you get out of a movie, a lot of the time people just say, I love their performance, right? They don't really talk about any of the context around the frame or noticing certain things or the subtext of why certain things are being said. Why is so much money being put into these things? And they seem so dumb on the surface, but there's a lot of subtext. And if you know how to interpret symbols, or to at least notice repetition, I think that's the #1 key. You may not know the symbols, but you'll notice an odd repetition. And if you start noticing that repetition, you kind of wake up a little bit. I wouldn't say you ultimately wake up, but you kind of wake up a little bit to go, why do they keep showing these symbols all the time? And if you get to that why point, that's where a lot of growth can happen. We all need a Ripple logo fidget spinner to pass the time. Yeah, dude, that would be actually a fun thing. I'm sure Ripple has thought about that in terms of their marketing, like making a fidget spinner for Ripple. I don't know. Probably not. Hidden in plain sight. Exactly, man. They give you all the tools. They tell you everything, but you're laughing at it, so you don't take it seriously. But they tell you everything in plain sight, and we laugh at it. Because they're really clever of how they disguise it to make you not take it seriously. Like, I don't know if you guys are planning on seeing the Thor film. And this isn't too much of a spoiler. And I'm not spoiling any of the movie, really, because it happens literally in the beginning of the film. A child dies. A freaking kid dies in the very first couple of minutes of this film. Oh no, Alchemist, there's... I am laughing at you. Yes. Alchemist is saying there's a growth on my pinky toe. Ugh, gotta get that checked out, man. Is it a green growth? Stan Lee was from the tribe. Yeah. There's a moment in the movie where all the gods are together in like a secret space. And they talk about how they don't eat people anymore. And they have orgies. This was in the Thor film. But people were laughing at it, right? People were thinking it was a lot of very funny. Joking about eating people and, you know, these gods having their fun orgies. I mean, it would be fun to be part of an orgy, though. Alrighty, guys. So let's get into the Twitter news. That was a long segue into the Twitter news there. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. Oh, check this out. BIS releasing central bank speech by U.S. Lael Brainerd. Crypto assets and decentralized finance through a financial stability lens. Should we dive into this? Why not? We're keeping our eyes on what the BIS is doing here. Let's read the summary. Recent volatility has exposed serious vulnerabilities in the crypto financial system. While touted as a fundamental break from traditional finance, the crypto financial system turns out to be susceptible to the same risks that all are too familiar with from traditional finance, such as leverage, settlement, opacity, and maturity and liquidity transformation. As we work for future-proof our financial stability agenda, it is important to ensure the regulatory perimeter that encompasses crypto finance. Distinguishing responsible innovation for regulatory evasion, new technology often holds the promise of increasing competition in the financial system, reducing transaction costs and settlement times, and channeling investment to productive new uses. But early on, new products and platforms are often fraught with risks, include fraud and manipulation, and it is important and sometimes difficult to distinguish between hype and value. Wow, doesn't that sound like something Ripple would say, right? There's a lot of hype, but there's also a lot of utility, right? And I think maybe we're just too much on the hype train in this Wild West phase. If past innovations are any guide, in order for distributed ledgers, smart contracts, programmability, and digital assets to fulfill their potential to bring competition, efficiency, and speed, it will be essential to address the basic risks that beset all forms of finance. These risks include runs, fire sales, deleveraging, interconnectedness, and contagion, along with fraud, manipulation, and evasion. In addition, it is important to be on the lookout for the possibility of new forms of risks, since many of the technological innovations underpinning the crypto ecosystem are relatively novel. Man, that sounds like something Ripple would say. And it's crazy. All the keywords, right? What have we been seeing the theme of? Transparency. But talking about, talking about digital assets, talking about smart contracts, distributed ledger technology. We're getting closer and closer, guys. I mean, to get this type of news back in 2018 and 19, this would have been just a game changer. Right? But we're getting it now. We're getting it during bear cycle. Right? And of course, we're talking about the people who have the most money in the world. We're talking about the people who are controllers of monetary policy, who are possibly or probably manipulating these markets, because the market is pennies compared to the trillions that it will be, and only a few of these digital assets will be there for the trillions. But of course, you may still have thousands or all these tokenized assets. But we'll see. We'll see if, I think they'll be in the millions or maybe billions of market cap, but not in the trillions, right? Hopefully everybody sees the promised land, though. Funky Fresh in the house. Christina Georgieva, or Georgina, says Bitcoin can't be money because it's not a stable store of value. Yep. And it's only, people are saying it's a store of value when it can barely maintain, $1 trillion worth of a market cap. And I'm not trying to spread FUD. Like, it could be a multi-trillion-dollar type of crypto, but man, for it to be a store of value to the level that gold or silver is, right? We understand the volatility is tremendous for Bitcoin compared to those. But in terms of that store of value argument, utility trumps store of value any day. We talked about this in one of our last streams, where something that you have to use every single day, no matter what, like water, right? Like fire, those have such tremendous value. Energy, right? Having to use utility trumps store value any day in terms of an investment to me. Hell, even if you want to go with the, social media arguments and stuff, Facebook, from where it started to where it's at, are you going to call that a store of value just because the price of it went up? Are you just going to call, just call a crypto a store of value just because its price goes up over time? And there's no guarantee it's going to continue. We're just making assumptions that sentiment will always want that, right? That's why utility, something that you have to use, at least until you find something better. But sometimes it takes a really long time to find something better, right? And still haven't found anything better than water, than fire, than fuel, right? Than oil, than energy, right? Electricity. Some Harlequin CBD blend for the morning doob in DLT time. Nice, legendary. That's why he's a green giant. Value of stores. Yeah, exactly. Check it out when you get a chance. Maybe we will be talking about it in the near future. It is all built on top of SGB. Okay, nice, dude. Yeah, I like the things building on top of Songbird. IMFW and World Economic Forum at Davos on an interoperable public platform to connect CBDCs. Awesome. And I think Ripple was at that Davos event, right? By chance. We're all sinners. Guys, thanks for the 14 likes, the 14 viewers. We always have a strong viewer to like ratio. I appreciate that. That's awesome. All right. Let's jump into some more Twitter news here. Yep, Ripple launching their engineering hub in Toronto. We just checked out that video. And then check this out, guys. An hour ago, the Faster Payments Council and Ripple are conducting a crypto in payments survey to gauge industry perspectives on the use of blockchain and cryptocurrency in payments. Please provide your input. And check that out. They have Bitcoin on the picture here. But crypto and payment service, we need your input. U.S. Faster Payments Council and Ripple. Imagine if they had the XRP logo on there. Just imagine if they had the XRP logo right there as the photo instead of Bitcoin, right? Because a lot of people will just overlook this just because they see Ripple and Faster Payments Council. And then they, the BTC photo in this cover right here kind of steers you away from even thinking about XRP while you're reading this or wanting to get XRP. Right? Crypto and payment survey. We need your input. Bitcoin. And then, oh yeah, just, U.S. Payments Council and Ripple working together. Are you freaking kidding me? Do you guys know who comprises the Faster Payments Council? And Ripple has been a super early member of that. Let's get a refresher here. Just in case people don't know what the U.S. Faster Payments Council is. All right. Here, let me read the cover of what it has there on the browser here. So the Faster Payments Council is an industry-led membership organization established so Americans can safely and securely pay anyone, anywhere, at any time. Huh. What's a company that used that statement before at a Swell event? I think it was like 2019 or 2020, somewhere around there. Oh. Pay anyone, anywhere, anytime. Access to payments everywhere. At any time with near immediate funds availability. FPC members use private sector approaches, Ripple, to address issues that inhibit adoption of faster payments. Alright, the path to faster payments ubiquity starts with you. Who was talking about payments being ubiquitous in the early days of blockchain? David Schwartz, Stefan Thomas, right? CTOs of Ripple. Do you want a hand in the shaping the future of the nation's payment system? The U.S. Faster Payments Council is an industry-led membership organization established so Americans can safely and securely pay anyone, anywhere, at any time, and with near immediate funds availability. FPC members use private sector approaches, right, like we're saying, that inhibit adoption of faster payments and enable end users to reach others in ways as seamless and transparent. Once again, the key word, transparency, to them as mobile texting. Sending information the way you send a text, right? Oh yeah, let's check out the work groups, or where it's at. You got BNY Mellon. You got the Clearinghouse, which is a Ripple partner. Right? Let's check out what their members are saying. You got Netflix, the Clearinghouse. You got the Navy Federal Credit Union. You got the National Community Reinvest Coalition. But let's check out the members here. Oh man. Do they not allow you to see the members now? Dang, I want to see who the members are. Does anybody have a link to the members? Let me see. Value of membership. Let me see. Faster Payments Council members list. Doing a little bit of diving. Appreciate your patience, guys. We'll keep moving on with the news on Twitter in just a second. I just want to see who the list are. Okay, so far up to 6/27/2022, these are the members, the member list of the Faster Payments Council. So I'm just going to try to find the, kind of big names here, just general big names. You guys might see other big names that I don't acknowledge, and, but still, they're all part of this Faster Payments Council. You got Airbnb, Allied Payment Network, American Bakers Association, American Express, ATM Industry Association, Bankers Bank of the West, Bankers Bank. Who else do we got? BNY Mellon, Bureau of Financial or Fiscal Service, Citibank, CNB Bank and Trust, the Clearing Council, or the Clearinghouse, I mean, Discover Financial Services, right? First Bank, Financial Health Network, Federal Reserve Bank, FIS Global, Goldman Sachs, right? The list just continues to go on and on and on. And let's see. Oh yeah, Ripple Labs, right? Ripple Labs with everybody else on this list, and you don't see any other DLT focused company really on this list. Sure, you can say IBM. Sure, you can say some of Stellar's partners, right? MoneyGram, for example, perhaps. But come on, guys. Like, Ripple's here to stay. Ripple's doing some United Nations Federal Credit Union, right? Western Payments, Wells Fargo, Target Corporation, Shazam, Walmart. Come on. Inspector 420. Here, I'll share this list with you guys in the chat as well, so if you guys want to look up and down this list. But you don't see any other payments, focused distributed ledger technology company on here, right? Let me see if Hedera secretly may be on here. Nacha, of course, Nacha. You got a lot of Ripple partners too, right? Yeah, I don't see an H. Let me see. Yeah, you only got Heartland Bank. Right? You don't see Voyager. You don't see Celsius, right? BNY Mellon is that enzyme. You don't see Nexo. The crypto. But yeah, guys. Oh, I mean, that was a fun one that we just got to dive during the live stream. So thanks for the the patience. But people don't take this as seriously. in the crypto space, right? They just overlook this type of stuff. And it's hard to imagine why. Like, why do people keep thinking XRP is just this, you know, without really any understanding, like, it's just a banker's coin, it's centralized. While we're seeing proof of centralization across the industry, mind you, the truth that centralization or decentralization is like a pursuit more than an actual achievement, just like perfection, right? Nothing will be truly decentralized, but you can decentralize it enough to a point where you create a global web of trust, a global web of validators to quality, high security areas, right? More secure than these mining farms. Lots of good insight at the Payments Canada channel, for sure. Definitely Funky Fresh. They've talked about ISO 20022 and a lot of stuff. Hell, I think the Payments Canada channels were... Was that the one where Greg Kidd was talking? No, I think it was in California. Or was he talking to Canada? Like a video of Greg Kidd when he was the, you know, chief risk officer for Ripple. But yeah. So this is a big post. The Faster Payments Council and Ripple are conducting a crypto and payment survey to gauge industry perspectives on the use of blockchain and cryptocurrencies and payments. Please provide your input. But of course, you just see Bitcoin on there, so you don't think XRP. Imagine if this had XRP logo on it, you guys. Seriously. Like, not even the Ripple logo. Not the Ripple coin, you know, with the Ripple logo on it. Literally the XRP logo. Imagine seeing that from the Faster Payments Council. A lot of people would take it very seriously. More seriously than they are right now, and that's how clever they are at just trying to make it, like, just kind of pass you by, right? But we give it attention. We shine the light on it. Thanks to the 16 viewers. Thanks for the 19 likes. You guys are amazing. Remember watching Snowden talking about enzymes? Yeah, that movie was crazy. Or, oh, you're talking about the actual Snowden. Never mind. Why did ISO get pushed back? Juan, it's not getting pushed back. It's getting pushed back by certain countries. It's not getting pushed back by every country. Right? Just because the Federal Reserve is pushing back their adoption to ISO 20022 doesn't mean they're not going to adopt it. At least they are going to. Where we have confirmation that all these banks will have to be implementing the ISO 20022 standard. And once again, ISO 20022 is just a messaging system. It's not the whole payment and settlement aspect. That's where Interledger Protocol comes in. That's where, you know, collectives such as Mojaloop or companies like Ripple and other alternative faster payment systems start to play in this distributed ledger type of world. And once again, XRP volatility happens regardless of ISO 20022, you know, like the pace of ISO 20022. We've seen it go from 17 cents to $1.92 recently, and we've seen it go, you know, from double zeros to $3, right? So volatility with XRP can still happen in the Wild West as well. ISO 20022 is just the end game that we're very aware of, right? That we know that's what helps hold on, right? Is this type of research. Interlinking among fast payment system promises considerable improvements in the speed, costs, and transparency. Such a big keyword today. Of cross-border payments. BIS on Payments Market Infrastructure's report lays out the benefits, challenges, and risks. All about cross-border payments. All about it. All about faster payments, more transparent payments. We keep hearing, remember, noticing the repetition, noticing the patterns. And that's all they talk about. ISO 20022 adoption. We weren't getting this type of news 2-3 years ago, guys. But we're getting it almost daily now from these institutions. From the controllers of monetary policy. A BIS committee on payments market infrastructure, highlights and trends in the payments landscape, technical interoperability, open up scope for interlinking arrangements to enhance. Mojaloop. Interested in learning more about Mojaloop and building your enterprise to help contribute to the OSS platform? Join the other 870 plus users from over 90 countries and more than 400 organizations and enroll in our Mojaloop training program for free today. You're seeing something similar here with the icy slopes as well, like Ripple uses at the end of their Ripple drop videos. He's got it here with Mojaloop as well. Maybe get ready for a literal avalanche of investment. Right? Instant payments are a game changer, says Fed Payments Improvement. Find out why in this FedNow service video, Fed link. Should we watch it? Let me open it up and see what's up with it. Volante Technologies, Ripple partner, big Ripple partner. With less than 6 months to go for ISO 20022 readiness, there has been increased activity from the community, with interface upgrades accelerating as well as more testing. Coming from the Swift community on Swift's website. Oh shoot, what's going on? Is this the video? I may be wrong. What the heck was that? That was crazy. That's on FedNow's instant payments thing? That's insane. Alright. Let me pause the music and we'll check out this video. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We're almost at 20 likes. You guys are amazing. I always listen to Smiling Florist. Yeah. He's going to give us some really good advice. Hey, better than a bear, right? Better than a cartoon bear, I'd say. Maybe even magnitude's better than a bear. So let's see. The FedNow service will offer much more than moving funds in a matter of seconds. It will provide transparency and efficiency for both you and your customers. Those keywords just keep popping up, huh? How many different sources have I just shown you talking about this? Using those same keywords? Are you guys seeing the patterns here? Okay, I'll stop talking about that stuff. I think you guys get the gist. Watch this presentation for an overview of the FedNow service. You'll learn how instant payments are different than faster payments and why instant payments are a game changer for business. It also shows ways you can participate in FedNow service and how a customer credit transfer will work. Here we go.
The FedNow service.
Oh, let me put the volume up.
The FedNow service offers much more than moving funds in a matter of seconds. It provides transparency and...
All right, I'm restarting it.
The FedNow service offers much more than moving funds in a matter of seconds. It provides transparency and efficiency for both you and for your customers. Please join me for a short overview of the service. You may be wondering, what's the big deal about instant payments? Aren't same-day transactions sufficient? Is there more to instant payments than person-to-person payments? Instant payments are different than other faster payments that your customers may use today. Two important...
By the way, guys, thanks for hitting the likes. I hope you guys are enjoying this type of content. This is the type of stuff I like to look into in terms of, crypto-related content and stuff, because I feel like this is very important to understand, because this is what the big money is gearing towards, right? This is the type of future they're gearing towards, instant payments, and like Funky Fresh is saying in here, micro payments, right? Not only for you getting paid in real time, but paying others in real time. Right? And imagine how good, this will affect so many industries. The access to instant payments and micro payments and ubiquitous payments, like your breathing payments, right? You're breathing and living just payments. Your data and value are flowing seamlessly together. Imagine how good that would make the advertising industry in knowing how to appeal to your tastes, right? And of course, the faster the payments, right? The faster you're able to get money and they're able to get money, the faster they can move on to the next thing and continue growing, right? Faster payments can change a lot of things. But in terms of that advertising thing, now they know where you're willing to spend your value by the second. It's giving them very rich data, knowing how to appeal to your type of interest more and more. Like, how Netflix or these streaming platforms kind of recommend you, or even Spotify, music streaming stuff, how they recommend you based on what you've listened to or have seen previously. and trying to gear towards your taste. Now, sometimes those recommendations are a little off, but imagine if they got better and better, right? Because now they're able to track by the second how much you're willing to pay attention to a certain piece of content. If you listen to the whole song versus just 10 seconds of a song and they think you like it, right? Because they only count it being played, right? Or same thing with the movie. Like you just don't really like the first 10 minutes and you just decide to change it to something else. But since you chose to watch it, they recommend something like that. But now imagine you're paying by the second. They're getting more information of how long you're actually paying attention to that type of content, right? DN, what's up, dude? Payments, transactions, and loans. It's also the flip side being charged as well. Yep, exactly. How save money would shift in accordance on the constant real-time transaction. And that's another phase of crypto we haven't even gotten into yet, guys, is where you're getting paid and being able to cash out at any time, anywhere, right? So you're getting paid, you know, like streamed payments, micro payments, like we are doing here, right? We're Coil enabled. And if any of you are Coil enabled, you're streaming payments to me and, you know, showing, you know, how long you're willing to pay attention to and literally showing it through the value that you're sending as well. It's like a really beautiful application and so ahead of the game. Came out in 2018, you guys, and they were probably talking about this way before then as well, right? And no other cryptos are really doing that, where they're you know, you're getting sent instant payments, right? All these micro payments, streamed payments, and through YouTube, through Twitch, it's pretty awesome. But let's continue on with this video.
Two important distinctions. Final settlement happens in seconds between financial institutions on the books of the Federal Reserve. And transparency, not only in the form of speed, but also in the rich information exchanged using ISO 20022 messages.
Oh, wait, using ISO 20022 messages. There you go, BLUECREW. BLUECREW knows the end game, right? We know where this digital financial system is heading towards. It's the ISO 20022 messaging, right? Interledger protocol. Right? And once again, nothing's a guarantee. And if I say we know and I know and matter of fact and all this type of stuff, once again, nothing is a guarantee. I'd just rather speak with passion and, you know, have fun with y'all, man. You know, that's what it's all about. And once again, I'm not telling you what to do. Not a financial advisor, you know, not a pro trader, all that stuff. But yeah, using ISO 20022 for final settlement in seconds, improved transparency, certain transactions that are complete confirmation in moments, customer benefits, sender and receiving having all the info in the payment at once, right? So let's get back to it here.
Form of speed, but also in the rich information exchanged using ISO 20022 messages. You may have inquiries from your customers or members asking about the status of a payment, because today, they can only see when funds have left their account. With the FedNow service, they will also have the certainty that the transaction completed successfully in a matter of moments. It's a game changer for businesses. Now they can sweep accounts just in time, making cash flow more efficient. And even with the initial launch, your customers will have the ability to request funds. This capability is important to support paying bills. Bill payments can be challenging for billers to process. They often contain incorrect or missing information. Requests for payment and instant payments over the FedNow service support automated straight-through processing.
Guys, that last one right here, support for automated straight-through processing. See, the Federal Reserve, or FedNow, whichever, are not going to admit, you know, this, you know, lack of a third party or lack of dependency on a third party payment system that's happening. But they do it in a very subtle way by saying these types of statements. Support for automated straight-through processing. Just straight up sender and receiver relationship without needing a third party.
Which will facilitate easier reconciliation and fewer exceptions.
And look, they're showing you the X right here, guys. They're showing you the X right here. 24/7, 365. Sender and receiver. both at the same time. Hell, if you were to put these arrows, you know, facing each other and then you turned it to the side, you'd get kind of what the XRP logo is all about. Like why they created that, you know, one facing down, one facing up type of relationship, because both sender and receiver are getting the information about the payment and the level playing field, right? Not one has an advantage over the other in terms of the payment experience and currency volatility and possible fraud or exposure to fraud, right? There's complete transparency.
Errors. You may be curious how you can participate with the service. What options are available to you? With the FedNow service, you'll find you're in the driver's seat. You can choose what kind of features to enable, such as the ability to receive payments or to send and receive payments for customers, among others. You can choose where your financial institution's instant payments will settle, in your own Fed master account or that of a correspondence. You can choose how to connect to the FedNow service, using your own Fedline Solutions connection or through your service providers or a combination. The service is packed with features, including basic fraud mitigation capabilities, a self-service interface to manage your preferences, and reports that can be delivered automatically at the end of the day or on demand at any point.
On-demand liquidity, or on demand at any point. On-demand liquidity. And remember, we've been talking about Swift's failure in terms of fraud, right? They've been millions upon millions for a very long time have been getting stolen out of the Swift payment system, Swift messaging system, the corresponding banking system. So now having 24/7 high availability, instant liquidity, instant payments, and now you can do it in just your, Fed master account and not have to, obviously you have the correspondent option if you would like to, but why would you, right? It would be just for shits and giggles. So I should use FedNow to become a drug dealer or a money launderer? Nope, probably not the best thing to do there. I know what I have to do. Legendary, I was number 3 today, EC.
Let's step through the basics of a customer credit.
By the second, the speed of your thoughts, feelings, and actions, accurate gauging of reaction. Exactly, man. It helps them make better clones of us by knowing where we're willing to put our value towards, where we actually are willing to spend our energy on. So I'm just playing, by the way, but whatever. DN, legendary. It all sounds like XRP. Totally does. Totally does. Sender, Fi, service provider. Guys, this is like the slide that we showed of the ISO 20022 hackathon winner, right? Mojaloop. Let's look at that slide. Hopefully all I have to do is just type down the plan, because that's what the plan is, guys. There we go. Oh, but it goes to the video. Let me get the other one. Damn. Okay, we'll go to the video. Why not? It has the slide on there.
Mojaloop.
There you go. Here's the slide. Interledger protocol, Mojaloop, right? Look at that. Sender and receiver information. All at once. Arrows face, everybody on the same page. The key and lock, Interledger, right here. The settlement mechanism, the Internet of Value. ISO 20022. The ISO 20022 hackathon winner, Mojaloop. Ripple being the only company on the Faster Payments Council focused on distributed ledger technology. But let's keep checking out this video. I just wanted to point out the similarities between those two, right? Now we see the sender and receiver info, right? Settlement through the master account or corresponding banking account. You just choose which one. Get it within seconds.
Credit transfer.
Like, because you would be able to do it through your correspondent banking account if you want to, right? But you could still get the payment within seconds because you're on top of the ISO 20022 messaging system and interledger protocol.
Step 1. A sender accesses their mobile or online banking and initiates a payment. Step 2. Their financial institution or its service provider completes validation processes and submits the credit transfer to the FedNow service. Once it completes validations, the FedNow service provides the receiver FI with the transaction message, steps 3 and 4. The receiver FI indicates in step 5 if they will accept the transaction. Once the FedNow service receives that response, it will settle in the applicable master accounts and then send out an advice of credit and acknowledgement to each of the FIs in steps 6 and 7. They in turn let their customers know of the status in step 8. Now you'll see a final step, number 9. This optional message, called the final confirmation of posting, indicates that funds were deposited in the recipient's account. This is a feature you can offer to your business customers. It will reduce inquiries from their customers on a payment status. Get to know use cases and learn about FedNow features on fednowexplorer.org.
Crazy, man. Crazy. You guys saw that? All those arrows, right? Just so similar to this Mojaloop presentation, right? Alrighty, so I think that's the end of the news section. Let me just make sure. You guys know I just want to always share the info that we've seen today. So yeah, BIS Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructure, right? Interlinking payment systems. Mojaloop P119, it looks like, or PI19. OS Online Community Meeting, technical sessions. Just always sharing what's going on with Mojaloop because nobody really takes them seriously for, I don't know why, but don't miss out on 3 days full of tech sessions, discussions with players in the digital payment space, and more. Shout out to Ledger City Game. Unfortunately, I can't be using it more than 5 minutes, but it looks like people are starting to claim their buildings and having fun roaming around the Ledger City, seeing all the different types of buildings. Exciting times, man. Let me know if you guys have gotten early access out there, Ledger citizens. One of the biggest things for the XRPL, but I'm biased, today the world can build layer 1 smart contracts on the XRP ledger. With our now published browser-based Hooks builder and our live Hooks testnet, all the Hooks source code is now public and PR to Rippled. Smart contract proposal for XRP ledger. Here we go. Here we go. Guys, smart contracts, metaverse, right? The rollout of CBDC research buildings and whatnot, centers of excellence by Ripple, just like all these developments that are going on, expanding to Toronto. XRPL is starting to get massive, right? And starting to show its multiple use cases. That's the important thing. It seems like they're very comfortable with where it's at in terms of how it does payments. And now you're starting to see the seeds planted for, multiple smart contract platform, layer 1 smart contract platforms on the XRPL, right? Sort of like what Atom is doing, right? The Cosmos Hub, Cosmos ecosystem, sort of what like Solana is doing, right? And so those are some of the biggest players in the space. I just pick it outside, Alchemist. My building will be large, but only the enlightened may enter. They'll try to lock us out from the primary functions of the DeFi banking to maintain the illusion of centralized money. Possibly. Volante Euro instant payments. Funky Fresh, appreciate that, man. Thanks for the links. Funky Fresh, dude. You're always like, I love that what you bring to the chat and the channel, man. Because like you're sharing, we're all like here sharing the information together, right? And you're really participating in like stuff I've never even seen, or but just awesome to see that those windows open there. We're here, we're unenlightened, get used to it. Let me get the music back on. Let's check out the Deep Red section, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in for another one. This one's been fun. We've done a good amount of dives in this one. Maybe too many dives. We equals me. You just flip the W upside down, but enough. Come here, Dave. Virtual hug. Yosef, you got your email a couple of days ago. That's awesome, man. Happy to hear. Guys, thanks so much for the 24 likes and the 11 viewers. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content we have here. Let's see if we're done with this. The Twitter one was extensive today. Let me see. Neutron. I guess Cosmos ecosystem introducing Neutron, the most secure permissionless smart contract platform for interchain finance. Something that could be appealing. I'm just sharing it with the Cosmos community out there. For the HBAR community, congratulations. VP of Sustainability and Energy Saving Tech, I guess, for this new position as co-chair of the newly formed Global Blockchain Business Council and Innate's Workalls. What is this? Interwork Alliance. I'll follow them. Task Force for Carbon Emissions, defining process and global standards for tokenizing supply chain carbon emissions. Good to see there coming from the Adara Hashgraph Foundation. U.S. Treasury developed a framework for international crypto regulation as a response to U.S. Joe Biden's spring executive order on digital assets. So the U.S. Treasury jumping in on here. Framework for international crypto regulation published a fact sheet Thursday outlining how it could work with foreign regulators to address the cryptocurrency sector. Oops, 25 likes. Oh no. So let's see. According to the framework's policies, objectives also include reducing the potential use of crypto for illicit finance, promoting access to financial services, supporting technological advancement, and reinforcing U.S. leadership in the global financial system. The United States must continue to work with international partners on standards for the development of digital payment architectures and CBDCs, ISO 20022, agreeing to a level playing field to reduce payment inefficiencies and ensure that any new payment systems are consistent with U.S. values and legal requirements. Guys, that is huge. That is huge. Did you hear what they just said? They're excited. They're accepting the fact that there's new payment systems, right? The U.S. Treasury, that there is a newer payment system. That is the key. It's not just SWIFT, right? That is already massive for the U.S. Treasury to be acknowledging. So to ensure that any new payment systems are consistent with U.S. values and legal requirements. Oh yeah. Here we go, Ripple. Here we go, Stellar. Here we go, Algorand, hopefully. We'll see. And many others. Why not? All of them. Additionally, the United States will promote the adoption of implementation of international standards through bilateral and regional engagements. Across all engagements, the United States will seek to ensure a coordinated message, limit duplication, and encourage the work is maintained within its primary stakeholders. To support this work, the Treasury Department said the U.S. should hold engagements and other types of forums, the fact sheet said. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. That's some good news, man. Bank of England to announce crypto regulation as well. We're getting close, guys. I mean, close by 2030. But I just love seeing those steps being taken, man. You know, especially coming from a time when any of this would have just been massive news in 2017 and 2018. And we're getting it during this bear cycle. Gotta love it. It's great to be able to multitask while at work. So it's like they're paying me to research this digital transformation transition. Nice, Funky Fresh. That's awesome. I love that. That sounds like not too bad of a job right there, man. All right, let's go into the deep red section. Let's get the music back on. Shout out to the Blue Crew. Shout out to the Green Giants. Shout out to any new subs to the channel. All that good stuff. You guys are amazing. There we go. I was sleeping on Flare, but after watching Bearable Bull's interview with them, I'm excited now. Nice, Spectre 420. High enough, but not getting burned by the sun. Yeah. I believe JP Morgan will lead the way. Then the Eurozones, then the US. Okay. There's no such thing as multitasking. You're context switching. This is a money revolution. Hell yeah. All right, let's go to the deep reds here. Let's see what cryptos we got down in the past 90 days that haven't had a pivot. We see Poly has had a pivot. We see eRowan or SifChain, the Rowan token, up 12% in the past 7 days, but still 90+% down in the overall year, right? So Rowan looks pretty appealing. You know, nothing is just, like, this one's a very high risk, high reward though, right? But if you're, you know, just if you're willing to play the game and, you know, you start staking it, compounding it at triple-digit APY, you know, could be really, like, if they start going up in price, even like halfway or a quarter of the way, that's some pretty damn good gains on the compounding interest there as well. Osmosis Zone, looking pretty appealing there. Juno version 8 just went live, right? So good time to maybe take advantage of the lower volatility there for Juno. This Cosmos ecosystem, of course, just trying to figure out which ones are the legit ones. That's the toughest part. Secret token under $1, not looking too bad. Akash, you're just seeing a lot of these Cosmos ecosystems in the deep reds there. Oasis, right? Rose token down to 5 cents, down 80%, not looking too bad. Fetch AI, Spell token, right? Render token at 50 cents. I'm liking Render more and more. Very low supply, low market cap, very, very interesting use case. Very big connections. And an actual utility, right? A utility-based type of layer 2. That's very interesting. And having a company that's connected with some very, you know, they do the graphics for Westworld. They do the graphics for like J.J. Abrams stuff. J.J. Abrams is on their board of advisors, right? In terms of the entertainment industry, in terms of like the graphic industry, in terms of NFTs, right? GPU rendering and having less time to wait on your renders, right? Through the render token, through the OTOY ecosystem. Alliance Block and Unibright connections to HBAR right there. Down about 85 to 86% plus. You know, like, definitely not a bad time to be dollar cost averaging, at least in my opinion. Of course, it can go down more. But damn, man, these are looking like sweet deals. AVAX has been on a nice steady rise in the past 7 days. About 23%. But yeah, that's on the page 1 right there of the deep reds. And I think, you know, for now, especially in this bearish cycle, I think I'd rather just keep it to the ones that are already 70+% down, right? And then trying to play those percentages. That's what we like about those deep reds. And then trying to find quality platforms, you know, maybe like stuff in the Cosmos ecosystem or Harmony One, Velos, Rose Network, right? Injective Protocol, Render Token, Phantom, Near Protocol. I mean, Near Protocol looks like a really good value for this type of blockchain that's growing and has some major connections in the industry. Still up 68% on the year, so maybe it does have some more room to go down. But at a billion supply, not too bad right there. Not too bad. Yep, don't sleep on Render Token. Definitely, man. Definitely. Hell, they have like collaborations with Apple, right? OTOY. Yep, exactly. Scale is going to be a really big test for a lot of these blockchains. And that's why it's important when we are investing in the like kind of OG cryptos, because it makes like, and you see that they've been running consistently. For example, like, you know, the XRPLs, for example, you know, since 2012, Tezos as well, like just endless upgrades, continues to just keep doing what it does, right? That means consistent testing for a really long period of time to really understand these, you know, not just going out on a whim on these blockchains that have only been out for like a year or so. Like, have they been tested, right? How long have they been tested by these institutions? They're not just going to jump in and start using this technology on a whim and then risk a lot of security, right? Don't sleep on Solo. Yeah, for sure, man. I think I got to see if I have Solo on our new list here. Yeah, I cleaned my cookies from my browser, and then it deleted our freaking list, and I had to redo it. But yeah, it's on our list. Yeah, Solo at 22 cents, not too bad. I mean, we saw it at 10 cents, so we can maybe get to 15 before it becomes looking like a nice bottom, possibly for Solo. The Solo Dex is a lot of fun to use, too, just for NFTs and things like that, you know, and just seeing good growth from it. So not bad with Solo for sure. We got Zeno in the chat. What's up, man? I'm going to sleep on it and likely snore as well. But yeah, man, really good stream, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. That was the Deep Red section. And I don't know if Zeno's just jumping on in, but, you know, please check out what we've kind of dived into earlier in this stream. A lot of good stuff. At least I think so, but you guys know how it is. Much love to the Blue Crew. Much love to the Green Giants. Thank you, Ledger citizens. Always grateful. Thank you, BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto community, Blue Crew, and all the communities out there. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. Keep the eye of the tiger, y'all. Much love. Adios.